Welcome back to the channel. Today we are looking ahead, far ahead, into the cinematic landscape of 2026. The calendar is already filling up with massive blockbusters, risky art house swings, and business deals that are shaking up the industry. From zombie sequels to robot beavers and the return of the king of pop, the first 4 months of 2026 are going to be absolutely relentless. I've pulled the data on 9 major films locked in for early 2026. We're talking budgets, production status, and the key players betting their careers on these release dates. Let's get into it. First up, we're kicking off the new year on January 2nd with We Bury the Dead. This is a smart counter-programming move from Vertical. Dropping a tense survival thriller right after the holiday cheer is a great way to capture the audience looking for something grittier. While the exact numbers aren't public, this looks like a calculated mid-budget indie play, likely under the $20 million mark, that relies on high tension rather than massive VFX spend. It's already generated solid buzz following its international premiere at South by Southwest.
Hey, this is Mitch. Please leave a message and I'll get right back to you.
Please, tell me you're okay.
Daisy Ridley stars as Ava, a woman searching for her missing husband in the aftermath of a catastrophic military experiment. But here's the hook. The dead don't just rise, they hunt. Directed by Zach Hilditch, this is being billed as a grounded, emotional take on the genre. On January 9th, the UK and expanded US markets receive the highly anticipated adaptation of Hamnet. This is a textbook prestige play from Focus Features, timed perfectly for the heart of the awards corridor. By expanding the release now, they are looking to capitalize on potential Oscar buzz and the massive literary fanbase of the source material. It represents a targeted bet on the adult demographic, an audience that has been selective about returning to theaters, but often turns out for high-caliber dramas with this level of star power.
Mama!
They may be gone.
Mama!
My boy!
The creative pedigree here is undeniable. Directed by Oscar winner Chloe Zhao, the film adapts Maggie O'Farrell's best-selling novel and pairs 2 of the finest actors of their generation, Paul Mescal and Jessie Buckley. The story explores the devastating loss of William Shakespeare's son and the grief that eventually birthed the play Hamlet. Expect a visually poetic, emotionally raw experience that leans heavily into Zhao's signature naturalistic style.
Are you ready?
1 week later, on January 16th, we arrive at the second chapter of Danny Boyle's resurrected zombie franchise. 28 years later, Part 2, The Bone Temple. This represents a massive investment from Sony Pictures, who are executing a full blockbuster trilogy model here. Production wrapped back in October 2024 after shooting back-to-back with the first film, so the team is currently deep in post-production. The big industry shift for this middle chapter is in the director's chair. Nia DaCosta takes the baton from Danny Boyle to steer the ship.
Look at the incredible changes.
With a script by Alex Garland, the story centers on Ralph Fiennes as Dr. Kelson and Alfie Williams as Spike. The subtitle, The Bone Temple, suggests we are moving away from simple survival and into cult territory. The plot details tease a new, shocking relationship for Dr. Kelson and a darker, more organized threat than just the infected.
Fall down.
I can follow you.
Moving into February, just in time for Valentine's Day, we have Emerald Fennell's Wuthering Heights. This is arguably the business story of the year. Emerald Fennell and Margot Robbie's production company, Lucky Chap, famously rejected a massive $150 million acquisition offer from Netflix. Instead, they took a lower deal, around $80 million, from Warner Brothers to guarantee a global theatrical release. They are betting big that the box office upside is worth more than the streaming safety net.
Do you want me to stop?
Starring Margot Robbie and Jacob Elordi, do not expect the version you read in high school English class. Fennell has promised an adaptation that leans heavily into the sadomasochism and gothic eroticism of the Bronte source material. It hits theaters internationally on February 11th, followed by the domestic release on the 13th.
He's
Kid, you need to make sure you shoot him in the head.
On February 27th, Ghostface returns in Scream 7. Paramount and Spyglass are looking to stabilize the franchise here. After the departure of the previous directors and cast shakeups, they are betting on a return to roots strategy. The budget is estimated in the $35 to $50 million range, a model that proved highly profitable for Scream 6. Production wrapped back in March 2025, so this has had a long, healthy runway in post-production. The headline here is the return of the architect. Kevin Williamson, who wrote the original masterpiece, is stepping in to direct. And naturally, the Queen herself, Neve Campbell, is back as Sidney Prescott. While the plot is locked down, the word is that Sidney will face a ghost face who targets her family directly, raising the stakes higher than ever before.
What's my name? I can't remember.
March 6th brings us a fascinating clash, starting with The Bride. This project has had a bumpy road to the screen. Delayed from its original 2025 slot amid rumors of reshoots and post-production tweaks, this is a massive gamble for Warner Brothers. The budget is reported to sit between $80 and $100 million, a hefty price tag for a period horror film, even one with this caliber of talent.
Everything we did, we did it on purpose.
Directed by Maggie Gyllenhaal, this is a massive creative swing. A punk rock, 1930s reimagining of The Bride of Frankenstein. Christian Bale stars as the monster and Jessie Buckley as the bride, in what is reportedly a horror musical set in Chicago. It's bold, it's risky, and it's definitely one to watch.
Doc! Oh, I need your help! Mabel, I'm in the middle of class. A class that you are enrolled in.
Sup, Mabel?
Also on March 6th, Pixar enters the chat with Hoppers. Disney and Pixar are in need of a new original IP hit after relying heavily on sequels recently. They are backing this with a standard Pixar blockbuster budget, likely in the $175 to $200 million range. As with all their major releases, this has been in the pipeline for years and is currently finalizing lighting and rendering.
We call it hoppers. Huh? We put this into this. Yes, this into this.
Directed by Daniel Chong, the pitch is genuinely wild. Think Avatar meets Mission Impossible, but with beavers. The story follows a girl who transfers her mind into a robotic beaver to infiltrate the animal kingdom. The voice cast is stacked, featuring John Hamm and Bobby Moynihan.
I'm not an astronaut.
If you don't go, you die. We're the rest of us.
On March 20th, we get what might be the sci-fi event of the year, Project Hail Mary. This is a major power play from Amazon MGM Studios to assert dominance in the theatrical blockbuster space. The investment is significant, around $150 million net, and it's being positioned as a massive IMAX spectacle. Filming wrapped back in October 2024, so the team has had a long runway to perfect the complex visual effects.
I put the not in astronaut. I've never done anything. I've never done a spacewalk. I can't even moonwalk.
Based on the novel by Andy Weir, The Martian, the film stars Ryan Gosling as Ryland Grace, a schoolteacher who wakes up on a spaceship with no memory, tasked with saving Earth from a sun-eating algae. With Phil Lord and Chris Miller directing, expect a unique visual style and plenty of heart to match the high-concept sci-fi stakes.
Hey, big guy! You wanted to see us?
On April 3rd, the absolute juggernaut arrives. The sequel to the billion-dollar hit is officially titled The Super Mario Galaxy Movie. Illumination and Nintendo have been in deep production on this ever since the first film cleared $1.3 billion, making this easily the safest financial bet of 2026. The budget is expected to stay close to the efficient $100 million mark of the original, perhaps rising slightly to accommodate the cosmic scale. Animation is reportedly near completion, ensuring they hit that prime spring window.
Anyway, I need my 8 hours or else I really turn into a monster.
As the title confirms, Mario is going to space. They are officially adapting the Galaxy games, which means the introduction of the Lumas and the fan favorite Rosalina, voiced by none other than Brie Larson. Chris Pratt returns as Mario, leading the full original cast in what promises to be a visual expansion of the universe.
The tracks are made,
The songs are ready. Let's take it from the top.
And finally, closing out the month on April 24th is the biopic Michael. This project has faced a turbulent road, with delays and extensive reshoots pushing it from its original 2025 slot into 2026. Lionsgate has poured a massive $155 million into this, a staggering number for a biopic. They are banking entirely on the enduring global popularity of Michael Jackson to recoup that investment, despite the production hurdles. Directed by Antoine Fuqua, the film stars Jafar Jackson, Michael's real-life nephew, as the King of Pop. It promises an unflinching look at his life, covering the dizzying highs of the Jackson 5 era all the way to the accusations and controversies that marred his later years. There you have it, your theatrical forecast for the first quarter of 2026. From billion-dollar plumbers to risky art house gambles, which studio do you think is making the smartest play? If you want to keep tracking the money behind the movies, make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.